Libra.
Hello Libra, this is your forecast for December 2013, and it's going to be a busy month for you, especially looking over your budgets, because this is where your focus is going to be. You have Mercury here passing through Scorpio in this house, and it's been there for a while. You've had that throughout all of November as it was retrograding, but at least it's moving forward now, and it's still going to be with us at least for a few more days here in December before it changes sign. However, though, I'm seeing here that Saturn is now finally starting to look pretty good with Jupiter coming in, opening up something. So it's more like I see that you can at least on the horizon see that things are starting to take on little shape and form here as far as your financial picture. Saturn is securing something. You've been working really hard to get this down to Mother Earth and hanging on to it. So whatever it is you've been doing and expanding there, this is starting now to really rise and shine. Now, I'm not saying that there's a huge windfall or anything coming in, but I see it feeling stable, secure, and especially now as we're heading into this big spending month, Christmas and everything, you know. And then we have the sun and the new moon in your third house, and this is for siblings. You might be spending a whole lot more time, or at least communicating, talking with your siblings. Third house is always about communication, being on the phone, being on the wires, emails and whatnot. And also the sun passing through Sagittarius will give it more a flavor of upbeat optimism. So I'm seeing a lot of humor here now returning after perhaps a little bit of a, I won't say sober month of November. I think November in the overall was pretty good for you, at least better than when it was in October, which seemed to have been a little bit more topsy-turvy, but it's starting to settle. And you have Venus in the fourth house. This is parents, you know, your attachment, your feelings for them. For those of you who still have your parents around, you might be contemplating them a little bit more, how you can make it more comfortable and make their lives, daily lives, perhaps a little bit more easy. That's what Venus does. It wants to make things convenient, right? And especially because Venus is in the sign of Capricorn, which is very practical. It's very down to earth and structural. So you might have some thoughts about how you can do something. And there might be a situation that's going to come up and present itself here, which means that you might just have to kick into action and do something about this situation. Now, Venus will be going retrograde this month and will be for some time. It's never a good idea to buy any expensive items, luxury items, which Venus rules. It's not a good time for haircuts or facelifts or Botox, all those things, because the results won't be Venetian beautiful. They might, you've seen lips gone bad, right? Yeah, that kind of thing. You don't want to end up there. Especially not you Libras, right? Where beauty is everything for you guys. and Venus is your ruler as well. But in the area of the home, well, you might also see that other family members could come to the forefront and need you, or where you might have to go back over, it's retro, right? Go back over some old situations, unresolved issues within the family. So that could also be perhaps with one of your children, even though the fifth house represents children. But fourth house is family, and hey, if children aren't family, well, you know, I'm not going to rule them out here. So it could be something like that too. Try to go back to what took place there November 14th if you're listening to this after that date. But November 14th, Venus and Pluto were conjunct, or will be. You know, I'm releasing this video prior to that date. And that brings about some intensity, some situation. And this might be what you're having to work with or work through into December of whatever picked up there. Now, it could also be something as far as love and romance too, because Venus is love, Pluto is passionate love, And when that passion is good, it's really good. When it turns bad, it can turn really bad because Pluto is really, really can be tough. And but the only way I say that is also because it's going to be squaring Uranus, and that comes from your partnership house. So there might either be something with your partner this month, or maybe your partner will see there's something here with you. That can go either way, but we got that to look at. Then we have also the Sun moving into this area of the home. We're going to have Mercury turning over into this area of the home a little bit later down in the month. So you can see there's a lot of focus going in this direction for you. Right around Christmas is good. We got the Sun, we got Neptune and Mercury there, and it's all feeling like it should feel on Christmas. You know, the atmosphere is great, the music is great, all of that is really wonderful. Just be very careful. We don't want anything, mishaps, no mishaps there on the 24th. We have Uranus and Mars opposed to one another. For you, that's going to be between the 1st house and the 7th house. So, well, you've got it right there on the cusp. But the opposition there, well, it's not too easy because it could be mechanical breakdowns. It could be, well, traffic delays. If you're out flying, there might be bad weather and you'll be stuck at some airport. Something frustrating, something getting in the way. Just be careful if you're out driving on the ice and not get on that slippy slide. Okay, so expect the 24th to have some of that frustration. And then towards the end of the year, we got a lot of planets now conjuncting and squaring, and we're ending the year with some challenges and conflicts where communication may not be all that good. We got differences of opinions, which is totally fine whenever everybody agrees to disagree. That's not always, you know, happening though. That would be the ideal situation. But it's really tough, and it's going to become tough on a personal level as well as on a global level. Now we can have countries that are not really wanting to agree to disagree. We got opposing energies and forces. We got Mars and Pluto and Uranus all intervened in here, and the communication breakdown here with Mercury too on this. So whatever that is going to be here perhaps in your relationships, I would say just take it easy, take a low key there for a few days. If there's any deeper underlying issue, I would say bring that up, talk about it way before the end of the year. Or hang on to it and wait till we escape this scenario. At least maybe a week or so into January, because all of this is coming crescendoing on New Year's Eve. But I'll talk more about that both through the daily astroscopes, which I do every day anyway. I'll also be mentioning this on your January forecast, as well as the New Year 2014 forecast for all the sun signs. So we'll tap a little bit more into it as we go along. But in the meanwhile here, Libra, top of the month, going straight down through to that last week is looking not bad at all. But that last little week, just be forewarned, okay? And I will see you next month. Go listen to your moon and rising sign. Bye now.